Dr. Waldron here today to talk about footwear. This is a frequent question that I get that people are asking about what type of shoes should I be wearing in order to support my feet, protect against foot and ankle pain, knee pain, hip pain, back pain. And there's a few simple things you can do to test the shoes to make sure they are the correct shoes for you and they actually have the support you need. Right now I know there's a lot of popularity with some waffle shoes on the market. All different brands and manufacturers are producing these. However, they provide very little support and create a lot of foot and ankle problems. So I'm going to use this pair as an example. I don't have a preference for Brooks, but this one shows what you should have in a shoe, and you can test 3 things with the shoe before you purchase it to make sure it's going to provide enough support for your foot. The first thing is it should have appropriate metatarsal give here. So right now there's a metatarsal break in this shoe. You can see the line going across the forefoot of the shoe. So it should give a little bit of a bend, but it should not roll all the way up into the tongue of the shoe. The second thing you want to look for is how is the heel counter of the shoe? Can you pinch the heel all the way together, or does it provide support like this one where you can't pinch it all the way together? If you can, then the shoe is failing and it's not going to support that rear part of your foot when you land on initial contact or initial phase of gait. The third thing you want to look for is how is the torsional support of the shoe? Does it twist? Does it fold? This one has really good integrity to it, and you can see I can't roll it up like a taco and twist it all around like a lot of people's shoes that I see when they come in. So you can test any brand, any pair of shoes you're looking at purchasing or anything in your closet to see if it withstands those 3 things on a test. The next thing I want to talk about with a shoe that gets mixed up and confused often is pronation versus supination, neutral shoes, and so forth. So a lot of people are buying shoes anti-pronation, but pronation is actually something that can be quite helpful for your foot when it's not excessive. So simply pronation is when you're landing in middle foot aspect here of gait, that your foot kind of rolls in or compresses down in the arch. When it goes excessively and your knee comes in like this, that can start to create problems further up the leg. So your foot should have the arch kind of come down a little bit and then rebound to propel the energy across your foot when you're in your phases of gait. This shoe right here is an anti-pronation shoe for people that tend to roll in excessively. You can see and tell it is an anti-pronation shoe because it has what's called a dual durometer. The foam here on the inside of the shoe is denser than the outside of the shoe, and there's a little bit of a buildup into the arch. That keeps you from rolling the foot and ankle in excessively and pushes the foot in an outward motion towards the pinky toe more. The one problem I see with these is a lot of times people will buy these and then they get a pair of orthotics on top of that, and the two combined together creates a doubling up effect that pushes the foot laterally onto the pinky toe side, causing people to roll their foot and ankle and maybe sprain their ankle excessively, or they start to load the lateral column of their foot, creating lateral foot strain. So that creates a big problem walking throughout the day, or for runners or hikers and climbers if they're rolling excessively out or supinating their foot. So if you have a foot that doesn't pronate excessively and it stays in a neutral plane, you wouldn't buy these anti-pronation shoes. You would get a shoe that's called a neutral shoe, and you can walk into any shoe store or go online and select shoes that say neutral. And the neutral shoes will not have the dual durometer, and they allow your foot to stay in midline and won't allow you to go into that excessive supination. So that's the other option that you have available when you're going out and purchasing your shoes. So I hope this clears up some questions about which pair of shoes is appropriate for me, and I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you.